From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
May in Indianapolis means time at the track, which has made a pledge to appeal to an increasingly diverse group of fans, sponsors, and racers. We meet winners from Connexion's 5 for 500 event. And summer brings a boom in construction projects across the country and, of course, here in Indiana.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
The holidays are all about sharing with family. Meals, couches, stories, Grandma's secret pecan pie recipe. And now you can also share a cart with Instacart family carts. Everyone can add what they want to one group cart from wherever they are. So you don't have to go from room to room to find out who wants cranberry sauce, or whether you should get mini marshmallows for the yams, or collecting votes for sugar cookies versus shortbread. Just share a cart, and then share the meals and the moments. Download the Instacart app and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your first 3 orders. Service fees and terms apply.
May in Indianapolis means time at the track, which has made a pledge to appeal to an increasingly diverse group of fans, sponsors, and racers. It's a place where deals happen. The Office of Minority and Women Business Development just held a diversity outreach event at IMS.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Getting started.
The event last week brought together developers and contractors at the Speedway to focus on best practices for engaging certified XBE subcontractors and suppliers on publicly funded projects.
So Jimmy McMillan, I am the Chief Diversity Officer and Senior Corporate Counsel for Penske Entertainment, which is comprised of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the NTT IndyCar Series, and IMS Productions. One of my roles is obviously to be a voice and an active strategic partner with all of our business units and how we can make sure that we're inclusive of our entire community in our efforts. So we have a plan that we created 3 years ago called the Race for Equality and Change. Roger Penske, Mark Miles, and I sat down together and put together a comprehensive plan on how we were going to transform not only the Speedway and IndyCar, but all of motorsports. It starts with who our employees and our workforce, both full-time and part-time, and setting actual goals, measurable goals in hiring and promotion, development, and throughout our workforce. Second, on the list is procurement. Working with minority and women-owned businesses, we have actual targeted goals that we set in terms of spend amounts that we want to achieve in terms of working with MBEs and WBEs, and that's passed down throughout the organization to individuals who have spend authority. And then we work with, obviously, the teams, our promoters, our partners and sponsors on their diversity goals, making sure that we're connecting and partnering together to make sure it's not just happening here in Indianapolis, but happening throughout the series and the other 16 places that we race at. We also support pipeline programs and pipeline initiatives like our NXG Youth Motorsports program, Riverside Soapbox Derby, engineering programs at IUPUI and Purdue to make sure we're creating pipelines into the sport. And then finally, making sure this place is welcome and inclusive to all by reaching out and inviting over 10,000 fans, new and diverse fans every year we've invited to the track to experience the track so that they know we want you here at the greatest spectacle in racing. And the last thing you want is to lose a customer because they feel like they're not welcome. Everyone has value. People spend where they're wanted and where they feel welcome. And the world is becoming more diverse. There are less monolithic white people, and they are becoming more brown people and black people and people of mixed cultures and races and descents. And this concept of black and white and brown, maybe in 30 or 40 years, we won't even really know what that means or how that plays out. And so you have to get in front of that. You have to understand that we can't be a country and a world that's divisive. Every opportunity we have to have outreach and to connect and to sell our products and services to others, we should take advantage of that and do that so that this sport that we love and these products that we love grow and develop and have larger value to larger outreach.
You know, we knew it would be a great partnership with IMS. We've done different events out here before, and so the month of May I thought would be great. We could use it as a carrot to get folks to come out, spend some time learning about doing business with diverse businesses in the city, but then afterwards they get an opportunity to connect and do some networking, get to watch a couple of the cars go around a little bit. So it's just a great opportunity and a great partnership for the city. We create some relationships. That's really the end-all goal for today, is for our developers and general contractors to meet and get connected to some of our diverse construction-related vendors that they didn't know before, and that hopefully turns into a long-term partnership where not only do they bring some of them on some of their projects, but they maybe help them grow, maybe create some mentor-protege relationships, and then 2 to 3 years down the road, we see some of those XBEs move into the position of being a prime contractor and everything else, and they bring that next generation of XBE businesses behind them.
I think being out here at the Speedway is so important. For one, it's the month of May, right? That's what Indianapolis is known for. And the fact that the Office of Minority and Women Business Development realizes we need to be where the folks are, where the people are doing business, conducting business, networking with people. And so when it comes to our minority businesses and women businesses, we've got to be able to get them in the mix with everyone, right? It's all about growing Indianapolis for everyone, for all residents, and providing those resources and connections to help people get to the next level with their businesses. There is a lot going on in Indianapolis. So to give you a perfect example, with the Office of Minority and Women Business Development, a couple months ago, they held an actual meeting at Riverside Park inviting all minority businesses, XBE businesses, to discuss the capital improvements that will be going on in the parks. As you may recall, we've had major investments thanks to Lilly Endowment and also some of the city's investments for the American Rescue Plan, with a lot of projects are going to happen. So bringing everyone together to be able to say, this is what's going to happen, this is what we need to do. If you're not certified, get certified. We will help you get certified, get you in the system so that when we are starting to build, you are a part of that. You can be a part of the possibility of what the next steps are when it comes to construction projects and really other events and projects that are going on in the city. They need to call the Office of Minority Women Business Development. Let them know what kind of business they have. I mean, we need everything from retail to construction and everything in between. I mean, there are a lot of things going on in this city, and we're all about making sure our residents are getting the most out of what they are trying to do from a business perspective. So we are here to be a resource, period. When people leave what we're doing here today and connecting people, I want them to continue those relationships, build on those relationships, have conversations so that when new projects are coming, those XBE businesses, those new businesses know and are aware of what is coming up and how they can be a part of it and what they need to do to get prepared for that. And again, connecting with the office to make sure that they have the tools that they need.
It is time for This Week in Business on Business Equity and Opportunities. Tuesday, the Indy Chamber Hispanic Business Council gathered corporate and civic leaders from across the city to recognize 5 people paving the way for Hispanic progress. We caught up with some of them at IMS for Conexion's 5 for 500.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. This Week in Business.
Marcela Montero is director of the Hispanic Business Council at Indy Chamber and took time out to introduce us to some of the honorees.
We're here to celebrate 5 Hispanic leaders who are making an impact in our community. The event is called Conexion 5 for 500. We are bringing the stage for them to connect with each other. We're highlighting their accomplishment and the impact they are making in the whole business ecosystem.
The Hispanic Business Council is set up to support the growing business community in Central Indiana. All kinds of businesses, every industry, with the goal of connecting them with mainstream America so they can do procurement together and grow business community. So the beautiful thing about the Hispanic Business Council is that because it's a member or a part of the Indy Chamber, we get access to all the programs the Indy Chamber offers. Education, training, access to loans, grants, you name it. So again, every business that is a member of the Hispanic Business Council can access all the resources of the Indy Chamber, networking opportunities like today. So we're so excited to be part of it.
Conexion is our event series. We have 4 events a year. This is our main event of the year, and it's huge. We have over 300 attendees. We are connecting our community with what is Indy about. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway is a staple of Indianapolis, and it's great to bring our community to this location.
I am Michelle Cox. I am the CEO. I employ lots of people, Latino community, and I'm involved in small charities and different groups and things that have to do with the Hispanic population. It means that we are probably changing the way that the Hispanic community is being looked at when it comes to business. We are changing the way that we are doing things, and I feel like I'm trying to set an example for other Hispanic people to follow. My business, we do roofing, siding, gutters, and all exteriors. We also do storm repairs. We do residential and commercial. It is amazing because it means that if I can do it, a lot of people can do it. Other women can do it, not just men in the Hispanic community, but also women, which is very, very important to me, that other women feel capable and they feel like step by step they can achieve their goals and their dreams.
Summer brings a boom in construction projects across the country and, of course, here in Indiana.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Industry Focus.
When the Office of Minority and Women Business Development gathered at IMS last week, much of the talk was about the best ways to involve minority, women, veteran, and disabled-owned businesses in public-private partnerships. One of the biggest opportunities lies in the construction sector.
One is the month of May. People are enthusiastic, and when they're enthusiastic, they're going to do something about it. So why not bring them to the track and talk all things being intentional about equitable opportunities for diverse vendors. With the excitement, we have developers and contractors who control the contracts. Let's bring them here. Let's talk strategies, how to do that. And then the afternoon session, we're having diverse contractors come in and meet them. So it's not just about a list. Let's personalize the list, get people in person to meet, formulate a relationship, and then magic happens after that. Think beyond the 16 scopes of work within construction. What can the subcontractors do for you? Second is learn their capacity and build a team around them. It's not just the big scopes of work, but what does it take to get the work done? And lastly, think of diversity when you do purchase orders. The subcontracts are written, you need to buy product. Let's get more diverse suppliers in. Let's be intentional and equitable with opportunities. There's over $10 billion just here in the state of Indiana and another $30 billion in surrounding states. Now's the time for architects, engineers, and construction. Everyone is building, but they're looking for talent. So it's not just getting diverse vendors, it's also getting workforce into the trades and helping us build it. We can design it, but we need people to build it. And I love the fact that even with IU Health and their building or the city and their building, it's going to positively impact the community. So before the building gets built or before the project is done, let's get you engaged so you come back and use that infrastructure. But now's the time to get in construction. The city has so much going on. It's exciting, and let's get people in the trades. The resources are the people who do things well. So I'm always on the phone with the city of Indianapolis because they have the list of certified vendors right here in the city, and I know the people are right here in the city. Secondly is workforce development. If they find the people and they develop them, then I'll take them into the opportunities. I work with the union contractors and the non-union. I get them excited about the opportunity, but most importantly, I level set the expectation, especially when it comes to diversity, that we expect you as a qualification to not only have the schedule and the cost and the quality and safety, but diversity is up there as a top 5. And once you find that to be important and a qualifying reason for you to get a subcontract, then you'll do the work. And I'm here to help. Our future is bright. We just need to get our talent to stay in the state of Indiana and get them those equitable opportunities to change their socioeconomics so they don't even have to look in any other states. So right now it's just being the most attractive employer, get the opportunities, train the people, and make sure that they stay here in the state of Indiana.
Well, my company, Nubian Construction Group, we're outreach consultants on several projects with the city of Indianapolis. And what makes it the importance is it is small businesses, especially in the area of construction and professional services, those kinds of businesses and other businesses related to supply and building projects. It's not just about building the building, but it's about building people's lives. And what better way can you build people's lives than have an opportunity for them to get engaged on projects, and therefore they can build their capacity and grow their companies. Well, I would first start, you already talked about a plan, having a strategy in place. And it's important. We're at the 500 track today. It makes it exciting. Getting in the race, we know there's a lot of competition around this area. However, there's enough for everyone to get engaged. Developers and contractors working with minority and small women businesses. We call them XBEs and VBEs. It's a great opportunity to come together and work on projects so these companies could become strong and stronger to advance our economy, and also it impacts our entire community. It makes all of us winners. So as we're at the track today, we think about competition, we think about timing, we think about communication, but it's all about everybody becoming winners. Everybody's a champion. The city wins. Project owners win. Minority and women-owned businesses win. Family wins. Everybody wins. It impacts our entire community. We all become champions. Well, I tell you what, I think my story is a very inspiring story. I was working a company, a great company, decided that there could be some other things I can do to contribute to the business climate. I come from a trucking background, and so having built my company in the trucking industry, male-dominated industry, but having found opportunities to build relationship within that industry. And my goal was, how do you build the family business? But not only that, but how do you build other businesses to get in the pipeline, but in particular women. So I have seen huge strides, huge opportunity for women-owned businesses to have an opportunity to grow their businesses. And so that's very exciting to me, because that's a passion. Seeing women reach their fullest potential, but also seeing businesses reach their fullest potential as well.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV, or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunities show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.